Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel and happy Monday. And you know, today is really a Monday because I was just trying to steam my t-shirt and there was no steam. And I thought, well, of course, this is Monday. So I was like, okay, I'll just make it work. And I decided to put on my lipstick that I normally do on Mondays called Make It Work. And I topped it off with a little Champs, which is my champagne lip gloss. So today we are going to just make it work. And that goes for our brows, being mature women, having sparse brows, having brows we don't know where they should arch, where they should start, where they should end. We're going to make it work. So in this video, ladies, I really want to educate you on the importance of brows and not giving up on them and not saying, well, who really cares? Or I don't have any, so it doesn't matter. Or I can't figure it out, so I'm just gonna let it go and not even shape my eyebrows, not even put the icing on the cake, which that's what it is. It is the best part of your makeup to really get that nice structure to your brows. I am obsessed with brows since I have been waxing for over 20 years. Brows here in the studio. I've been tweezing clients' brows. I've been doing permanent makeup with a fine needle to really get those hair strokes and really create beautiful structure in the face, and it dramatically changes. If you've seen my work before when I was doing permanent makeup, the before and afters were absolutely incredible, and it really changes people's lives where they've been through alopecia, they've been through chemo, they've been through, you know, all different types, thyroid disease. There's so many different reasons why, not just age, why your eyebrows would change, be sparse, not grow back. So I'm going to take you through all these different steps that I think are really important for you today, from how do you map out your brow? What are the tools that I can use? If I have gray brows, what am I supposed to do? How do I cover them? I get that question asked a lot, ladies. So we're gonna cover it all in this video. So let's start off with how to structure out your brows, how to map them out. So it's very simple. You can take a brow pencil. This is my skinny brow pencil. It's actually in dark brown. It's a little bit darker than what I use. Normally I use a taupe or medium brown, but it's great for demo purposes. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna look into the mirror, you're gonna take your little brow pencil, and you're almost gonna use it like as a little measuring stick. So you're gonna go from the outside of the nose right here. I like to go kind of like in the middle, not the top of my nose, not at the base of my nose, just like in the middle on the side, and go straight up and just make a little mark. So say you made a mark like this. Oops, made a mark like this, right? There it is. So you know, okay, that's where it should be starting. Ball of the nose over the iris. This is where you should be arching. So I would do, if I was doing someone's makeup or I was, you know, doing permanent makeup, this is how I map out the brow. Then from the outer corner of the nose, outer corner of the eye, almost, it just matches straight up. This is where it should be ending. Now, I like to sometimes go a little bit shorter so it lifts the eye. If somebody has eyes that are coming down a little bit more, I'll bring the brow up a little bit more and out. So it's going to bring the eye up. So that's a little tip there that you can do. So my brows are a little overgrown because of the brow serum I was using. I tested it 3 years ago. I've been using Grande Brow, and I wanted to see if it really worked, and it does. And so I just, you know, I go from having them really grow out to shaping them up for videos like this, or I'll let them go again and not pluck them. There are no rules. You know, I was the one baby in the hospital that didn't get the brow rule book that said, okay, this is what you have to do as a woman. I said, nope, sorry, I'll leave the hospital without the brow book, and I will pluck or not pluck if I want to. I'll let them be as hairy as possible or as shaped as possible. It's all up to me and whatever makes me feel confident. So ladies, you do you when it comes to your beauty, and don't let anyone else, whether it's comments or it's passerbys or it's your family, who cares? You do you, you make your brows the way you want to make them, and you honor that because they are your brows. They are no one else's brows. So we have it mapped out right now, okay? So what we can do now is, I like to just take a little spoolie and I will just comb them up like this. So I see, okay, I know where I'm gonna be arching. I see right here where I could be filling in just a little bit so it's not so angled. And then at the end, I see where I am. So I don't have anything down here that really needs to be plucked out. So now with this structure of knowing where they should start, where they should be arched, and where they should end, I need to get some shape to them. So that's where my brow stencils come in, because I found women really needed a tool to help them, a little guide. So I custom designed these different brow stencils, from a slim arch, bold arch, full arch to be able to be used as a guide when you are filling in your brows. So I'm gonna just use my full arch, and the way to do this is where you've created that first line is where you match up right at the beginning of the stencil. So you just place it, and then you basically put your brow in there. So the points are going to be perfect. Then you can see where you need to fill in your brow. I did this on Jean. I've used these in my Fierce Aging. It's really wonderful. You can see the difference and how it just gives you a beautiful structure, but it's not a lot of work, and it's not stressful because you're like, oh, perfect. The guide just shows me. I don't have to do anything. I'm not making a mistake. So with mine, you can see, it's hard to do it with one hand, but when you see that my stencil's on, I'm going to zoom in as close as I can get. You can see the hair underneath in the clear plastic that needs to be plucked out. So I can see, okay, it's going to really clean it up for me. That's really nice. I can go as much or as little as possible. But that is what's so neat about the stencils, that you can get a beautiful brow, but you also see the hair that needing to be plucked that's outside the lines of the actual stencil. So I just made a line from the stencil so you can see what is out of the lines here. So do you see all of this hair underneath the line? So this is from the stencil. And I'm going to be taking all of this out here. There's a little bit of some lines here, but this is going to really help me know where to take the hair out. So I'm not just kind of going all free and saying, okay, I'm just going to start plucking. That's where we get into trouble. We start plucking and we don't know where our guides are, and then we end up with very sparse brows. So I just want to maintain my brow. Yes, it might look a little crazy with having these lines on here, but this is going to give you that guide. So I'm not going to over pluck. Very easy. If I didn't have any kind of structure out here, I could just go to town and be like, that probably wasn't the best idea to do, just kind of free handing, plucking my brows. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is going to clean up this base, and you're going to see it makes a huge difference. I am going to, you can see, this is it's a little bit of a painful experience, but I'm going to just take my Almay pad and take off any of this brow pencil underneath so we can see the clean line that I just created, and to see if we need to do anything else. So you can see here how I have lifted the brow compared to, let's look into this camera. So you can see at the bottom here, I have really cleaned up and brought it out so it's not coming down, and there's a little bit more tapered brow. This brow here, you can see, has all of the hair here, and it's a little unruly at the base, and there are long hairs here too. So cleaning this up, it does lift the eye, gives it more lid space. So this is a really wonderful way to use a stencil when you have brows where you don't know where they should be plucked, or if you don't have any brows at all and you really need to create and build that structure. So I just finished my second eyebrow, and I'm going to take off the little guide that I had so I can see exactly what maybe I missed or what I need. So there's just a little bit here that I could do a little bit more of a shape up there. And then what we're going to do is, now that we have shaped the eyebrows, I'm going to just go back in and clean up a couple of those little hairs that have fallen a little bit below the line. I'm going to show you how to fill in your brows and what products will help cover the gray. Now that I have my eyebrows tweezed and just cleaned up the bottom a little bit, there's a couple things that I like to do, whether it's for me or when I'm working on a client, is I'm going to fill in the brows with a skinny brow pencil so I can get a little bit more structure. So I want the base of this, I just follow the hairs that I see, and I just try to do a little light fill in. So I want this to not be see-through, and I'm going to just taper it down a little bit. And when you feel like you have too much of the pencil, take the spoolie on the other end and just run it through so it just softens that line really nice. So I see a little bit of my skin through here. I want it to be a little bit more of a precision brow there, but I just cleaned up the bottom. Again, this pencil's a little bit darker than I would use normally, but you can see that it is going to give me some beautiful shape. And the other thing is that what's really important to talk about is cutting your eyebrows. I am not a big fan of cutting your eyebrows, because what I've seen most of the time is that the ladies will cut it and it's very, very blunt. So what happens with that is that I see you're taught on YouTube also to basically brush up your brows and then to take scissors and cut them down. So you have these really sharp, flat, boxy, square brows that don't look good, don't look natural, and you can't move the hair, so they stay super blunt. And I don't think that looks very classic. I don't think that really looks soft on mature faces. So what I say to do is brush your brows up. You'll see what needs to be trimmed, mostly on the end here. Just do the tips. Do not go any further than that. So when I say tips, I'm literally meaning just cut the little tips like that, like this long one, just the tip like that. You're not making square, blunt brows. It doesn't look good on mature faces. So now you have your brows that nothing's too long, and I can see there's a lot longer ones over here. We're going to just do the tips, and that is my biggest pro tip. Do not blunt cut your brows. Now that my eyebrows are tweezed, they are shaped with a little brow pencil. I love going in with a brow fix because I do have a little gray hairs here. Sometimes when that gray hair is not there, I'll go in with a clear brow fix, but this is going to gloss your brows. This is going to add dimension to your brows. So you can use clear. I like using cocoa because it's nice, not too dark, and it's going to give my brows structure, but it's also going to cover those little grays that I see coming up. So I can make my brows look really nice and straight. I can make them just look really soft. So clear is the way to go if you just want to have your brows basically being groomed. If you want to add a little color and you want to cover gray, you can use a color. We have blonde, we have cocoa, brunette, and dark brunette. Can't live without this product because it always makes me feel like it's like putting hairspray on your hair. Now, there's a product that we have that is for brow or a cream eyeliner, and this is great because it's a little brush that's in the top. So you can take this and you can get 24-hour power stay if you need to have a brow that maybe is not there, you want to have longevity, you want to be able to go swimming, what have you. You can use this the same way with the stencil, but you're going to get a lot more longevity out of this product, and also comes in 4 different colors. So you have a really nice range right there. The other thing that you can do is you can take a nude eyeliner pencil. This is called our Brow Light and Waterline, so you can use it for either or. This is going to be nice to structure out the brow and give it some highlight. So basically right underneath the brow, you're going to highlight this area, work it in, and it's going to give that lift. Do you see that? It gives it a little lift at the top. So it'll also mask the red from me tweezing my brows. So it's really nice that you have that. It's giving that more of that structure right underneath the brow. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that if you miss any hairs, you're going to see them when you highlight it with the brow highlighter. So this is going to be something that can help you really just do the extra little steps at the end to say, oh, I have a couple little hairs there, or I don't know, maybe I'll change the shape just a little bit because I can actually see now when I've highlighted underneath the brow what else needs to be done or not. My last tip is going to be, one of my best tips is going to be using a brow serum. I use the Grande Brow Serum. Like I had said before, I just stopped plucking. I started using it. I wanted to see if it really worked because I was selling it here in the studio and it had just come in. So you know that it really works because of what my eyebrows look like. In the medial and lateral part, I was thinning. I did see my skin through. I didn't like that. So this is a 4-month supply. $70. I put it on every single night and I watch my brows grow. A wonderful product if you are looking for hair growth. Now, another thing that I think is just phenomenal, I ordered it from Amazon, and they are eyebrow tattoo stickers. Now, these are the style for men. I actually am missing one because you know what I did? I decided to try it on my husband. He was so kind enough to reluctantly say okay, and then freaked out in the middle of it and ran away. So I was looking at the actual picture of it, so it shows you a picture of where to apply it. I thought, why didn't it come off? That's so weird. We went to a meeting that afternoon, it was a Saturday, and I looked over at him and he had the eyebrow above his eyebrow because he told me not to put it on his actual eyebrow. He wanted it above. So I did, and I honestly lost it, and luckily we were wearing masks, so the person we were with really, I mean, he knew, but I was dying of laughter. The poor thing, he's like my guinea pig half the time. And so it looked so real. The picture, it was so beautiful, this brow, and I thought, oh, it works. It's gonna look so amazing on the ladies. So I have like 180 different stickers of these. They're really, I think they're $14.99, but they're all different shapes and sizes. So I thought that was really nice. If you have no brows, or if you're really struggling with your brows, you can do a brow tattoo. No one would ever know. This is exactly what I created. This is actually looks like our drawings when we're practicing for permanent makeup. We do hair strokes. So these are like precision hair strokes, beautiful. They will look incredible on you ladies. And guess what? They just come off if you don't like it. So this is a wonderful thing to try to build back confidence with your eyebrows and really look like you had permanent makeup, but you didn't. And you can change the shape as many times as you want. So those are my tips for really working your eyebrows and making them beautiful as you mature, as you age. This is definitely a must. Ladies, you can change your total look by filling in your eyebrows, by using a brow tattoo, whatever it is. Just make your beauty come alive, and don't skip on your brows and say, oh, I don't want to do it, or I can't figure it out, or I just find it to be too stressful. All these little tools are going to help you. Practice makes perfect. And I have a ton of videos in my library that are available to you to really help you get you to your best self. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.